Welcome back here on the Senior Network. LaToya and I were talking about the holidays and tips for seniors, and you brought up a good point on the break about after the holiday.
Yes, after the holidays, again, so we talked about making sure you meet with your with Comfort Keepers and meet with the whole care team in the in-home assessment, because after the holidays, oftentimes that's when family is gone, and then now seniors are by themselves again, and sometimes it can be an adjustment period. So we want to make sure that they stay engaged. We talked earlier and during the break about some of the technology options that Comfort Keepers offers. So we have a GrandPad system which allows them to stay connected with those loved ones. So when you go back home, you're able to use your GrandPad, which is very similar to an iPad, and can have that FaceTime, that face-to-face. Hey mom, hey dad, we're still here. We may not be there in person, but we can still talk to you virtually. So being able to stay connected is very important, particularly after the holidays.
It is, and I know from our situation, with the baby boomers, the seniors that we take care of now, technology is a little different. They're not quite used to some of the stuff, the smartphones and the things that we do, and it's always fun to sit down and try to teach them and coach them. It's like, working with a child or something, but once they get it, they're really good about it, and they enjoy it, and they like to do that.
They do. We have a couple of clients that are using the GrandPad now, and they love it. I mean, they don't go home without it. It's everywhere, and because they can use it any and everywhere, they don't have to worry about Wi-Fi or anything. None of that other stuff is on their mind. It's just, how do I stay connected? Who can I talk to? What's the weather like where my son is right now, or my grandchild is? So they're able to look through and get all of that and stay that connectivity with the GrandPad. So these tools, a lot simpler than the new and the latest and greatest in the iPhone.
I agree. But in saying that, though, you think about the baby boomer generation, and we all know the aging demographics of what's happening out there now. But it's going to be different. I mean, the baby boomers are they understand that technology, and I can see for them that's a great thing, because as they age and need services like home care, like our services, there will be a lot of technology involved.
Absolutely.
And I think that's going to provide for a lot better service, and like you said, communication, because we find, and I know you do too, you just brought it up, that a lot of care is just that socialization and companionship. When you've lost a spouse, and you're all alone and the family's not there, that can be there's a lot of depression that comes from that.
Absolutely, and that's one of the reasons why we invested in this type of technology, but not just the technology, really human-to-human interaction, which is why many people find our companies in need. This is why they come to us, because they want to make sure that mom, dad, or uncle or aunt are being taken care of, and have someone taking them to appointments, and not just the doctor's appointments, but just taking them on a walk in the park, being able to sit down with tea and sit down with lunch. Those small things that they used to enjoy, being able to have an opportunity to enjoy that again and have someone to do it with, really reduces that depression and that social isolation that can arise, particularly after the holidays.
It can, and I agree with you. And I think a lot of that is, I think families may be a little bit leery or worried about, having strangers come into the home, and I can understand that. But working with companies like yourself and Right at Home, families need to understand that there is a big process that goes into place with screening and so forth with employees, and really going through that protocol of putting someone in a home that we're all very comfortable with. And
absolutely, because we don't want to, and you and I know, we don't want anyone in the home that we wouldn't have in our own parents' home. And that screening process is rigorous. We are a global organization, and with Comfort Keepers, similar to your organization, we're able to provide bonded, insured caregivers. So these are the types of individuals that you'll have in your home that are secure, extensive background checked, and again, someone that I would put in the home with my parents.
Right.
So,
and that you're, as a company, I know, like ours, that you're managing that situation.
Absolutely.
And you're there. And then for the employee's sake too. I mean, they need to be as comfortable with the situation as the client, because then that makes for the best continuity of care, as we know, right?
Absolutely. Yes. We want happy caregivers, and happy caregivers are happy when we put them in situations that provide the best results. So absolutely.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to speak with you.
Always,
thank you for being here again, okay? Good to see you. That's all the time we've got.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us here on the Senior Network, where senior care experts come together. See you next time.